Indonesia has a lot of pesantren which are established more than a century. One of them is Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu. This pesantren is the oldest pesantren in Southeast Asia, which still exists until now. Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu located in Sumberdadi village, Kebumen Regency, Central Java. Pesantren Al-Kahfi was established in 1475. It combines traditional and modern educational methods to educate faith comprehension and updated knowledge for their Santri to face modern era. Kebumen Regency located in Central Java Province, Indonesia. It has more than 167 pesantren, spreads in many sub-districts. For those numbers, some of them age centuries. For instance, Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu.
Pondok Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu was founded in Sha'ban 25th 879 Anno Hijriah or January 1475 Common Era by Sheikh As-Sayyid Al-Kahfi Al-Awwal in Somalangu, Kebumen. The dates stems from an ancient inscription that was written in Arabic and in Javanese. So basically, the pesantren has existed for 537 years.
All that time, pesantren or religion school was rare because the people had light awareness of studying faith. But without a good relationship, Sheikh Al-Kahfi, the founder of Pesantren Al-Kahfi, was given land by Demak Empire for the people to learn faith with the Sheikh.
So the history is very long story, but long story short, the pesantren was founded and was established because the land in here was given by Kesultanan Demak because of his services into the kingdom of Demak. So basically the position of Sheikh Al-Kahfi in the Kesultanan Demak was very popular, and then when the kingdom was giving him the land in Kebumen, especially in Somalangu, the people was coming in order to learn about the Islamic studies to him. So after the land was given to him, the first things that he did was building the mosque, and then after that the people come to him to study Islamic studies.
The learning process was not conducted easily. Sheikh Al-Kahfi passed many obstacles running his faith lesson.
There were a lot of challenges in his Dawah in here. First, there were Hindus congregation near of this area, and then the Sheikh was talking to the Rasi or the priest of Hindus that he would stay in here in peace. So he didn't want to make a conflict at the time. So it's very peacefully. After that, they agreed to spread or doing dawah in each other. And then after that, the Rasi or the priest came to him and then said Shahadatain, and then the tension was over after that.
At that time, because of the lack of preaching media, Dawah was not only conducted directly, but was implicitly delivered by art, for instance, wayang performance. In Pesantren Al-Kahfi at that moment, Dawah was combined with solawat, resulted solawat Jawa, which became the characteristic of Pesantren Al-Kahfi.
One of the methods of his da'wah is promoting indigenous culture. He didn't erase it or remove it at all by advocating solawat into the Javanese song. And then they just elaborated and then mix each other. Yeah, until right now, we can see solawat Jawa or Javanese solawat.
Solawat Jawa's chanters are the last generation. They are not young anymore and alumni of Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu. There is no regeneration to chant Solawat Jawa. It is because mostly Santri cannot understand ancient Javanese language, which is used in Solawat Jawa. With its century age, Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu graduated uncountable number of Santri. Of course, the situation was different with the first of establishment.
When this pesantren was reactivated, it had 7 santris, but now there are more than 1,000. They come all over Indonesia, and a lot of them are come from Java.
The name of Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu has been known well in Indonesia. A lot of Santri come from many regions of Indonesia to learn faith and become the part of Pesantren's history.
Saya mondok sejak kelas 1 SMP, berarti saya sudah 5 tahun di sini. Motivasi saya mondok itu karena saya ingin mencari keberkahan dari masyayikh Pondok Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu.
So, what is Santri's daily activity while studying in Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu?
Karena Pondok Al-Kahfi ini menurut saya itu berbeda. Bedanya itu di sini itu kita diajari semua hal, sepertinya semua hal. Kita diajari tentang etika, empati, dan tentang kewirausahaan. Kegiatan di Pondok Pesantren ini sejak bangun pagi itu dari jam 3 itu kita tahajudan, habis itu kita tadarus Al-Quran sampai waktu subuh. Jam 7 kita berangkat sekolah. jam 3 karena kita itu full day, di SMA itu sistemnya itu full day sampai jam 3. Nah, nanti kalau udah selesai kita pulang ke asrama masing-masing. Setelah itu kita ngabisin waktu dengan ada yang belajar, ada yang misalnya ngeluangin hobinya. Terus kalau enggak itu kita siap-siap buat berjamaah asar. Setelah itu dilanjutkan dengan pembacaan Al-Mulk dan surah Al-Waqiah bersama juga ngaji ba'da maghrib sampai isya. Isya kita jamaah lagi, habis itu kita ngaji lagi, habis itu kita istirahat kembali sampai pukul 3.
The word Somalangu in the name of Pesantren Al-Kahfi is not a region. How is the story behind? In its 5th-century age, Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu, distance 1.5 kilometers from Kebumen Kutoarjo Highway, still becomes the center of Islamic education. As the time passed, this pesantren graduated many great ulamas, spread in many regions of Indonesia. In colonialized era, Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu became the center of Islamic people's battle to fight Dutch colonial.
The name of Al-Kahfi stands for the calling from the people to Sheikh Abdul Kahfi Al-Awwal. The name of Sheikh Abdul Kahfi Al-Awwal was Muhammad Aisom. The original name is Muhammad Aisom. But when he was child, he studied in the cave in Hadramaut, Yemen. And then when he finished his studies in the caves, he came home, and then the people just called him by Sheikh Abdul Kahfi, because Abdul means the servant and Al-Kahfi means the cave, the servant of the cave. It's just the calling from the people.
The name of Pesantren is usually known with its location too, and Pesantren Al-Kahfi inserted the word Somalangu to its name. Actually, there is a story behind the name of Somalangu.
As far as I know, Somalangu stands for Thumma Da'u, meaning please go to inhabit it. The calling was coming from the Sultan of Demak that gave Sheikh Abdul Kahfi the land. But after that, the people couldn't pronounce it very perfectly, so Somalangu changed, become Somalangu.
Year and time of Pesantren's establishment is known by Siberian emerald inscription, which located in Pesantren's mosque cluster area. That green inscription was written in Javanese and Arabic language.
So there are two ancient inscriptions. One of them, as you already saw it, the inscription from the stone, emerald Siberian stone, and the other one, I think it's been hidden because of the revision of the thing, the inscription itself. And then it said about the establishment of the Pesantren itself. Sha'ban, it was written Sha'ban 25th, 879. For the purpose of the conservation, we just publish it to the government.
Era keeps changing, and also the learning system of Pesantren Al-Kahfi. So, what is the difference between the past and present learning system in Pesantren Al-Kahfi?
So if you ask me about the difference of the learning system between the past and the present, I think the difference is the integration between science and faith. In the past, we didn't get an access to conduct or to get information about science. But right now, everybody can access it. So the integration between science and faith is the primary different learning system between the past and the present.
Visiting Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu, you will realize something different with this Pesantren compared to others. There is no fence or boundary separating Pesantren and the local community. Of course, it gives positive effects for the people around Pesantren.
If you ask about the relationship between Pesantren and the society itself, maybe you can find it in every Pesantren. If you notice that every Pesantren has a similar structure of building, you could find that there are no boundaries between Pesantren building and then the society building. It is very open area where the people could come to Pesantren and the Pesantren could come to the people. So basically, the relationship between the society and the Pesantren is intertwined.
Santri in this Pesantren comes from different culture and society background. There is no special treatment. All are treated with the same Santri.
Diversity is an inseparable part of our multicultural society. Predominantly, they came from different economic and cultural backgrounds.
What is Santri's common motivation to learn in this Pesantren?
The motivation Santris to study here is because Pesantren is institution that concern value and morality that attach in Indonesian society without marginalizing science and their passion in very nature being.
Santri in this Pesantren has a busy schedule, doing formal school, learning faith, also doing their hobby or interest. Even though the schedule seems tight, but Santri never get bored.
Karena setiap harinya itu kita beda-beda loh, kegiatannya beda-beda. Jadinya kita nggak pernah bosan. Ada ekskul pramuka, PMR, ada ekskul hafalan kutub juga, ekskul tari, ada ekskul silat untuk putri ada, untuk putra ada ekskul voli, bulu tangkis, bahasa Jepang, dan olimpiade matematika.
With this century's age, Is there any different learning method with other pesantren? Along with the times, pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu is led by the next descendant. Now, this pesantren is led by Kiai Haji Afifuddin Hanif Al-Hassani, or usually called Gus Afif, who is the 16th descendant of the founder.
So first, in the basic learning in here, maybe you can find it differently in other pondok pesantren. But in here, the first things you should get the course of Nahwu and Soraf. Nahwu and Soraf is the basic things to study Arabic language. And then after that, you start to read the text. It's not sacred text, but just Kitab Kuning, maybe Fathul Qorib or maybe Fathul Moin. I think it is the same.
Following the modernization doesn't make this pesantren lose its purpose to educate and graduate a good faith santri. Those things can collaborate in a good way, as long as the people keep the main principle of pesantren.
The history of the idea of institutionalism in our country is very popular. When the state or the government adopt the idea of institutionalism, everything has changed from the name of pesantren and then the learning system of pesantren. After that, the people just ask kiais in everywhere that pesantren should have formal education management or system. So kiais, most of them build formal education in order to fulfill society requirement. The hope of Santri in here, they could learn science and faith in the same level, where both of them are necessary in the contribution of the society.
Besides classical method, pesantren Al-Kahfi applies classical system through Madrasah Diniyah. The faith learning process is conducted in the afternoon and night to dawn, because in the morning, Santri learns general lesson at formal school.
There are two methods in this pesantren. The first is Salaf, which means traditional, and the second is modern, which means a combination from local wisdom and government curriculum standard. Santris are expected to have 3 competencies. The first is mastering in Islamic studies, second is mastering in soft skills and respective fields, and the third is mastering in human and socio-cultural fields in order to make them contribute in their society.
Santri are not only provided by faith lesson, but also other competencies while finishing their study. It proves that learning faith can be in line with modernization. As the oldest pesantren in Southeast Asia, which still exists until now, Pesantren Al-Kahfi Somalangu proves that faith lesson can be in line with era development based on the principle of preserving old tradition and accepting new positive tradition. Santri in this pesantren is not only becoming a part of 5-century pesantren's great history, but also graduated as qualified Santri who has competitiveness in modern era.